Good morning, everyone. My research field, the economy of happiness, was based on the questioning of a truth we all believe in, the link between economic growth and happiness. What happened? In 1974, Richard Sterling, an American demograph, realized that the incredible growth after the war wasn't linked with an increase of the happiness of the average American, where with a scale where 0 represents the worst life possible and 10 the best one. And what Sterling realized is that after the war, the happiness of the average American didn't grow, while his revenues were multiplied per 3. So why should we pursue this growth? And this observation was considered as a truth during a long time, and that maybe economic growth was useless, that maybe there would be a threshold of revenues from which the increase of revenues wouldn't make you happier anymore. Maybe there would be this kind of curve. The scientific community accepted it, but this observation always made me kind of uncomfortable because it leads to a quite pessimistic vision of the world. These implications go way further than the increase of revenues. Indeed, during the period of American growth, not only the revenues grew, but also the life expectancy, the civil rights, the appeal and the right to abortion. So have all these social phenomena appeared without increasing the happiness. So this has opened my research field. People have tried to understand the mechanisms behind it, and particularly 2 of them. First, the social comparison, the comparison between people. After all, the most important is how I compare to others, whatever my level of revenue is, and then the adaptation mechanism that is responsible for the reason why people are not happy. It is something that makes our make the benefits of growth decline while we are getting more and more when we have more and more revenues, because we take things for granted. So an observation quite pessimistic. That is quite disturbing because it considers that after all the societies are equal on happiness. You are not happier in a peaceful and rich country rather than in poor and in a poor country that would have many difficulties. It raises many questions because the aim of any public policy is to make people happy. So it raises many questions on happiness and human nature as per se. Can we hope to get happier one day? If we adapt to everything, can we hope getting happier one day? This relativist observation was established in this community, and the researchers have kept questioning it by making experiences, by using new data. And looking at the same data with another perspective, we can see things differently. There is another fact that is well known by the research. It is that people have a tendency to always in the growth periods that their happiness is quite low, but they always say that they are happier than before. So there is a mismatch in between both. maybe it reflects the adaptation of our happiness referentials. So, because the reference of happiness is higher, so Nate in 1960 would have more value than a Nate in 1950. And this way, we can rebuild, as I have my colleague, the chronicle of latent happiness in the US, and this way we can realize that this happiness is following an ascending curve rather than a flat curve. So we establish the possibility to increase the happiness of people through economic growth and social progress. All this question teaches us something about scientific truth. Researchers try to reach a consensus based on unstable data. So rather than talking about truth, we should rather talk about consensus. It also highlights the motivation that is behind some research. I could never accept to this established truth. I found it too depressing. I like to believe in the possibility of something better. To finish, how
je pense que justement, il faut orienter la croissance vers des biens qui ne sont pas sujets à cette fameuse adaptation, des biens cumulatifs plutôt que dissipatifs, des
improve the society.
Plutôt que des biens dont on se lasse.
So we should rather focus on the goods that will always have a value for us rather than some that will end up disappointing us.